Alright, greetings Legionus Arendelfts here. Okay, I am actually trying out a multi-stream, so I'm streaming onto Twitch and YouTube at the same time. This is my first time doing this. It's been a little bit of a bumpy road. Yeah, alright, thank you for your patience. Okay, so yeah, I am excited. I've never played. It is recommended that players new to Mechwarrior games play the tutorial to learn the core mechanics. Well, I am definitely not new to Mechwarrior games, but sure, let's play the tutorial in case there's anything different about this one.
In 2108, humanity began colonizing the stars. Their reach would eventually span a vast region of space known as the Inner Sphere. During its golden age, under the governance of the Star League, the Inner Sphere experienced unprecedented peace, prosperity, and technological advancement. But with a great rise comes a great fall. Beset by greed and mistrust, humanity splintered. The Star League crumbled. Technological advancement slowed. The great houses, each vying for supremacy, turned on one another, engaging in a series of conflicts known as the Succession Wars. Amidst this chaos, mercenaries became the proxy forces for the great houses. Numerous battlefields sprung up across the Inner Sphere, dominated by hulking war machines known as battle mechs. The year is now 3015, and these steel behemoths have become the tools of the mercenaries' trade. It's a lucrative time, yet one beset with perils of all kinds. Only the most skilled and brave among them will rise to become legend.
That was pretty cool. Repairing or refitting your mechs in the conflict zone is more expensive than doing so in an industrial hub. Oh. That makes sense. Like, if they can charge more, they will.
Please report to the hangar for testing. The Centurion is waiting for you.
Whoa, just a little laggy, just a wee bit laggy. I've noticed that my chat is glitched. It is not functioning the way it is supposed to. Huh. Okay. Huh. Oh, dang. I gotta mute myself. No! Okay. Okay, I muted myself. Sorry about that. Sorry. I know you don't want to hear me twice. Well, no one's popped into the chat, so that's fine. Still, though, very annoying. Okay. All of a sudden, these things look really big.
There you are. Come on, everyone's waiting. Get to the Centurion at the far end of the hangar. We'll get started.
Well, if you... Okay, I guess... I can't really tell what that mech is. Well, I would if you'd let me. Thank you. You know, I have this theory that that mech has seen better days. I'm just saying, I'm just a theory. That, you know. Okay. Centurion. I don't much care for these mechs in MWO. They are not my favorite.
us to run the Centurion through its paces to see how it does. He spent months getting it operational again after we recovered it from that ruined factory on Ramen 2.
What a bloody shithole that place was. Hopefully nothing explodes during the test, mate. I'm pretty confident you won't meet to eject. No promises though, eh?
Joking, I think. Go on and power her up. Good. Fahad?
Yeah, bringing up the systems now. Okay, armor and structure display up. Weapon systems up. Tactical display up. Everything looks good to go.
Keep in mind there's parts on that mech that are at least 200 years old. So ease it forward slowly and we'll see how it goes. And don't forget to hit the brake once you're clear of the hangar.
Okay. So this is weird. There's an actual. This is not like Mechwarrior Online. I have to hold down W in that one in order to actually go, you know, continually go forward.
Go, right? That's my girl. She's a beauty, isn't she?
Certainly is. Okay, engage reverse throttle and navigate into the waypoint I've set up. Use your tactical display to see where you're going.
How do I? How do I?
Nice work. Now revert to your drone cam.
V?
Let's go ahead and do a left-right rotation test.
Alright. How do I do that? What do I point at? I'm doing the test. What should I look at? Okay, alright. I turned all the way to the right and all the way to the left. What more do you want from me? What? Oh, press. Oh! The legs.
Okay, now let's make sure the torso is working properly. Try looking around in all directions.
Ooh, sky.
Good. As you can see, the torso rotates independently from the legs. Your direction of movement, therefore, may differ from the direction you're actually looking.
I know.
If you check your tack screen, you can see your current leg orientation is represented by the dotted line, and your torso orientation is represented by the cone. Move your torso to the left or right, then try aligning your legs with the torso. Looking good. The mobility course is next. Show me how fast you can get through those turns while still hitting each of the waypoints. Work. The Centurion was made to have a good balance between speed and firepower. All we have to do now is find out if the weapon systems work.
Boy, what do you mean if the weapons work? You know how long I've spent stripping each one of those components and putting them back together again? They'll bloody well work, mate.
You heard the man. Let's go shoot some stuff.
Either that or it'll explode.
You know, back when I was your age, I once slammed the hunchback I was piloting right into my instructor's javelin. Oh man, was he pissed.
Commander Mason?
Yeah, go ahead, Rihanna.
Thought you'd want to know that all repairs to the Leopard have been completed. We're now space-worthy and ready to take on our next contract. How's the kid faring?
He's an like his old man.
I see humility is still in short supply, as usual. Just don't break that mech. We need it in full working order.
Weapon systems are now online, gents. Be gentle, hey?
Always, my friend.
Yeah, right. That's a load of bollocks, isn't it?
All right. I've mapped the autocannon to Weapon Group 1. You're free to fire whenever you're ready.
Okay, alright. This is fun.
Take note of your ammo levels. Always remember to manage your reserves. You run out of shells in the middle of a firefight, it could be your last one. Lasers mapped to Weapon Group 2. Fire them when ready.
Not impressive, but...
Alright, that's good enough.
Oh.
Those lasers generate significant heat. You can see the temperature readout next to your armor and structure display. All weapons generate heat when fired. You overheat your mech during a firefight, and it could trigger a shutdown, so keep that in mind. Now for the fun stuff. Long-range missiles are set to Weapon Group 3. The target lock has been disabled for the moment, but never mind that. Just go ahead and fire at will. Well, as you can see, LRMs don't track unless you have a target lock on something. Yep, they're as dumb as a post without it. Well, let's try targeting a drone first, and this time before you fire your LRMs.
Target acquired.
Makes a hell of a difference having that target lock, doesn't it? Next step is to test moving and firing at the same time. I've set up a series of aerial targets for you. Move through the aerial combat course as quickly as you can and shoot the drones down. I'll meet up with you on the other side.
Come on. There's my next target. Nice. Ooh. Gosh, I don't have a little display on my screen letting me know where I am.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Letting me know where my legs are on my visual HUD rather than my tactical display. Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Not a lot of those LRMs are actually hitting their target. These missiles are not accurate.
Well, nice shooting. Now take up a position by the barricade. Okay, I've projected 3 mechs, each with differing damage profiles. You should see them in the ravine below. Target the first one on your left. You can zoom in on the target for a more accurate shot, if you need to. Targeting and telemetry seem to be working. Note the center torso on that first mech. It's reading heavily damaged. Destroying the CT will destroy the mech no matter its relative condition. Go ahead and destroy the center torso. See that second mech? Both legs are heavily damaged. With one leg destroyed, mechs become easy targets. Both legs? It's over for them. Take out both legs. Nicely done. The cockpit on that third mech is seriously damaged. It's a difficult shot to make, especially in the chaos of battle. But the fastest way to take out a mech is to eliminate the pilot. Go ahead and try shooting the cockpit. There you go. Now we're almost done. The battle simulation I've set up for you is the last hurdle. Follow me. You're gonna go head-to-head with an urban mech. They're slow and poorly armored. Perfect for this particular test. Should be a piece of cake for a pilot like you.
All right. Come on. Okay. Hey, pumpkin. You pumpkin. In the meantime, woo! I can even wreck cars. Oh yeah, gotta follow this guy. Where are my legs? Cool. Okay.
When we get back to the base, we'll pipe out a few beers to say thanks. Yeah, of course we'll have to listen to him gripe about how rough we are on his battle mechs. Small price to pay, I suppose, for having one of the best mechanics in the entire inner sphere.
That was the tutorial? Alright. Okay. Oh, DeBerry.
I'm at the rendezvous point, but our contact isn't here. You see anyone, son?
The salvage crates at the last checkpoint were empty. Something's up if they're missing payments.
This is Commander Mason of Major Campbell. Make a note. Looks like someone is gonna need a lesson in paying their bills on time.
That's odd. What the hell?
Commander Mason, I repeat, a massive invasion force is attacking the planet.
Acknowledged. I have a visual.
It's planet-wide, sir. We're evacuating.
We need to take what we have and go. The fastest way is across the swamp. Captain, where are you going?
It's possible they left the cash at the last checkpoint in the city. Let's get the money and run, Commander.
This is reckless. We need to get back to base.
They're distracted with the invasion. We'll be in and out before they know we're here.
Let's hope it's not us they're after.
Bold move. Hey, you want to get paid at least. When you're mercenaries, that's your lifeblood.
Son, this is a ghost town.
Close. I can smell the seagulls.
There's nothing here.
Relax. We'll be out of here in no time.
We're being tagged. Look out! Incoming airstrike!
Oh, dang, 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 dang. Oh.
Captain Mason, what's your status?
I'm fine, Commander. Left arm is offline is all.
That was close. Return to base now.
I am not leaving you behind.
We were set up, and you're in no shape to fight. Meet me at the extraction point with the Leopard. Go! Now, Captain!
Damn it. On the move.
Okay.
Commander, an enemy dropship is approaching your position. Move, now.
I've got eyes on. Identified. Hunchback and King Crab.
King Crab?
Brianna, any idea what these guys want?
I picked up some chatter about coordinates of some kind. That mean anything to you?
Coordinates? No, Brianna. Promise me you won't leave without Jake. Promise me.
Commander, I promise. Captain Mason, what's your status?
I've got a bug on my tail.
Actually, they're arachnids.
Get the bay doors open. Coming in hot.
It's got jump jets. I was about to say, that's not going to stop it. Oh, he was counting on it. He just casually turns around and just shoots it in the face.
Count is rising rapidly. Hurry.
En route.
Commander Jake is on board. We're taking off.
We can't leave him here. We gotta get him support.
Oh. This fight...
We're coming.
No, leave now. The Cavaliers need you.
Eject!
You in command.
Eject!
You're going to do great things.
Eject!
I just know it.
Eject! What the living frag? Eject! What is so improbable about ejecting? It's there for a reason. You can't save the mech. Eject!
I'm sorry, Captain. I have to get us out of here. Hold tight.
They could pick up his ejection pod. What the living fudge nuggets? They even mentioned the eject function earlier in the game, so they know what eject is. What the frag was that?
Commander, sorry to wake you, but our sitrep has changed. Head to the bridge as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but that was needlessly dramatic, and they could have solved it with one line. They could have been like, "Yo, eject!" Like, eject now. And he could simply say, my ejection system, is offline. Which, it's a very protected system, so it'd be highly unlikely that that would be offline. But the second thing is okay, they could have said that the ejection system already wasn't working in that mech for whatever reason. And then as they were proceeding to the checkpoint, like when the young hotshot was like, hey, let's get the money and get out, the father could have responded with, my ejection system isn't even working, son. Like, we can't risk this. We got to get both our mechs back now. It's like, forget the money and let's just go. And the kid presses forward anyway and then dooms his dad. That would have been something to add to the storyline. But instead, no, he just like, sorry, son, I have to dramatically pass on the line to you. Hitting that ejection thing? No, son, you're gonna do great things without me. Like, who the... They didn't even... No one even brought up ejecting... What the frag? What the living frag? And this kid is supposedly captain, but his dad was a commander. But his dad was the one issuing the orders. But the kid's the captain. Are these ranks trivial? Is that... what?
Good to see you all. We haven't really had a chance to speak since your father was killed. I'm not much for sentimentality, but I worked with your father for a long time. He was a good man. Hell, he sacrificed his life to save ours.
No, he didn't.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but whatever it is, I'd like to be part of it. I'd like to stay on as your ops commander. That is, if you'll have me.
You kidding me? Your family, man. Or as close as I have now. Besides, I'm gonna need you.
Yes, I suspect you will. About Icitrep, it's not great news. Those bastards that came after us are in the process of setting up a blockade of the system, which means we're going to be trapped here with a tightening noose around our necks unless we do something about it.
Who are these guys?
Another mercenary outfit by the looks of it. I don't know more than that at the moment.
And these coordinates they were looking for?
Not a clue, but we're going to find out. First things first, we need transport out of the system. That means a jump ship. I sent out a transmission right after the attack from the HPG. The message was for a long-time client of your father's and an old friend of mine. Name is Spears. He has powerful connections. I'm hoping he can help us out. Until I hear back from him, there's nothing we can do except lay low. In the meantime, Fahad wants to see you down in the hangar. The Centurion needs repairs and he wants to discuss them with you. I'll let you know when I hear back from Spears.
Copy that.
Okay. Proper way to actually set this up. Did they not already have a jump ship? They're in a system without a jump ship? Really? No jump ship. Why? Why didn't they have one? Okay. Quick, easy fix. Super simple. Their jump ship was captured / destroyed while these mercenaries were blockading the system, which was part of their, you know, she immediately tells her captain, they have taken, you know, they took our jump ship / destroyed it, whichever, same deal. It's like, so we're out of options. At that point, you don't need to blockade the system. They don't have a jump ship. They can't leave. So without a jump ship, they're stuck there just waiting. And then at that point, you can blockade the system to make sure nobody gets in. So I suppose at that point, you would want to blockade. And assuming it said 6 days since the attack. So they've been able to lay low from this mercenary group for 6 days. And I'm like, on the first day, on the first hour after they got out of the planet's orbit, this would have been relevant information. Like, the moment you're in orbit. How have 6 days gone by and them not having spoken with the captain of this ship and mercenary group, not having spoken with this ops commander? What the living frag? What, that... Okay. That's a... They are just gaping flaws, holes here. Maybe I misread that. Maybe it actually said 6 hours. I could suppose, you know, he just lost his father. He's grieving. He needs time and whatnot. But also, in the voice actor's voice, I'm not detecting any sign of grief. He's just lost his father. And he's just like, he's fine. And it's been 6 days. And I'm just like, that's, one, not enough time to grieve. And if he's in shock, 6 days have gone by, be through the shock phase. So he'd be bitter and angry. And he'd want to hurt these... He'd want to hurt these cupcakes. No. Oh, or he'd be blaming himself, just riddled with guilt for having gone for the money and then gotten his father killed. So far, I am not remotely immersed in this game, and I'm just I'm feeling very disjointed and just like unsatisfied. Very unsatisfied. Okay, whatever. Hopefully that changes soon. Got plenty of mechs. Oh, there's the Centurion. Not in great shape, but it got hit with an airstrike, so... Airstrikes can be ferocious things. I mean, if it's a full-on bomber that's bombing you and not just a regular old fighter, then yeah. You could be royally screwed. How do I get down? Okay, now I can jump. How do I get down to this cupcake? I assume all these men are in my employ. Okay, alright, that worked. Oh, I could have gotten down over there. Whatever.
Hey, mate. Figured you want an update on the Centurion. Took a bloody beating back there, so fair warning. It's going to be a while before she's operational again. Means you're going to have to get comfortable with the light mech over in Bay 1 for now. She's a good girl. Won't let you down and treat her right.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, heard that before. Anyways, you know the drill. Access the repair terminal here. Once you're done, I'll get started on the work.
Oh, okay, right here. Okay, there are two ways to repair all damaged armor, structure, weapons, and equipment on a mech. The first is with the repair mech button on the battle mech screen. Okay. The second way is to click loadout. On the next screen, you can click on the repair all button and then start work. Both methods will ask you to confirm before starting the work order. The C-bills will be immediately deducted from your funds, and work will finish when the appropriate amount of time has elapsed. Okay, alright, alright. Note that this method will repair any damaged weapons or equipment, but it will not remove or replace them if they're destroyed. Huh, okay, alright. Oh, what the frag is this thing? Oh, what the... One of the Centurion's legs is gone? What the heck happened? It looked like it had both legs when it was coming up the ramp. Okay, alright, well... Okay, what the frag? How many C-bills we got? Oh, we're in a conflict zone? 47 days. Work order cost plus 20% more and takes 30% longer in this system. Oh, because this system is a conflict zone, and I guess getting supplies and whatnot is obviously more difficult when you're in the middle of a conflict zone. So how do I... Okay, I read through the thing, I just don't remember. How do I... Oh, this is frustrating. It is not letting me do squat. Alright, I guess I'll queue it. How? Oh, 2 million. 2 million. Okay, alright. I guess I'm just supposed to put that there. Alright, going back to the Javelin. Loadout. It has a medium laser, jump jets class 5, and a single heat seek. Oh my gosh, that's all? It has one weapon? What's the tonnage on this thing? Man, I'd almost prefer just to have 2 light lasers, if there's weapon mounts for that. What's the availability? How do I unequip this thing? Are they just not going to let me do any modifications? Like, I don't think they're going to let me do any modifications. Whatever. All right.
Hey, Commander. I've received a transmission from Spears in response to my request for help. Take a listen.
Rihanna, I received your message. I'm sorry to hear about Nikolai. He was a good man, and an even better pilot. He'll be sorely missed. I assume his son will be taking over the operation. Nikolai was always bragging about the boy's skills. Well, I hope he was right. I've begun working on a plan to get you safe passage out of the system, but it's going to take a little time. I expect you already know by now that whoever attacked you has set up a blockade to prevent your escape. It's a large system, though, so we can use that to our advantage. As soon as you receive this, I want you to proceed to the outermost planet in the system. It's a little more than a hunk of ice with a few leftover mining operations on it. There's an abandoned power station there. Now, I've got it on good authority that local raiders are using it as a secret cache for their ill-gotten goods. I know you can use supplies and materials for your repairs, and I expect you'll find what you need at that location. I've attached the exact coordinates to this message. Once I have a proper plan in place, I'll contact you again. For now, be safe.
All right. Time to suit up, Commander. I've already input the coordinates. All I need is for you to sign off and get us there.
Understood.
Okay, let's see if there's anything we can quickly do about the fact that this thing is not working. Well, I don't see anything popping up. Yep, nothing there. And yep, nothing there. Okay. Well, I'm just genuinely not sure why the chat isn't showing up in there, but anyway, she needs me to sign off. Well, so far there's not a lot here that I want to sign off on, but anyway. Conflict zone. Yeah, what can I do? Battle mix. Home. Well, it says that this is the objective. Okay. So what do I do? Okay, Commander, I'm going to drop us down well away from the target location, then let you do your thing. The target is an abandoned power plant. We know the raiders have been using the area as a secret cache for whatever goods they've managed to pilfer from various mining outfits. So with a little luck, we'll be able to recover enough materials to finish the repairs on the Leopard and Centurion. These raiders may be abandoned thieves, but don't underestimate them. They'll be motivated to protect their loot, and you can bet they'll be well armed. Stay on point and watch your six, Commander. Good luck. I guess we'll be solo on this. Greetings, Jake. Greetings and hail. And that's alright, man. It's nice to have any company at all at the moment. And we've all got lives and stuff to be doing. Okay. If I could get this to... There we go. Alright, I'll hit accept. Okay. Return to hangar. This is still the objective. Was a little preoccupied with stuff earlier. Hey man, life happens. Life happens. Timeline? Okay. News. Merrick Rebellion leadership surrenders to Janos Mark's forces. The remaining leadership of the Merrick Rebellion has officially surrendered to Janos Merrick's forces following the death of their leader, Anton Merrick. The Free Worlds League Parliament announced that remaining conspirators for the rebellion be tried for treason over the coming months. On New Delos, Janos Merrick extended his appreciation to Colonel James Wolfe and his Wolf Dragoons for their part in bringing the conflict to a close. The two have announced that Wolf's Dragoons will formally accept a 5-year contract on behalf of the Free Worlds League. Okay, I could read through all this stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and not do that right now. So what am I oh, smash and grab. Well, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. What do I do? This thing is not making it remotely clear. There's like no clear click on this to start the mission or anything. There's just everything that you see. You got any idea what I do here, Jake? Ah, yes, I get it. You're telling me that this is the objective. Unfortunately, it seems to be a very useless objective. Didn't I already approve? Before you accept a mission, you are given the opportunity to negotiate the contract. You begin every contract with a base number of negotiation points based on the reputation of your mercenary company. Okay. The base payout is a fixed amount the contract will pay regardless if you succeed. The C-bill payout, which can be negotiated, is an additional amount paid if you complete the contract's objectives. The sum of the base payout and C-bill payout is added together in the total potential payout below. Salvage shares are used after finishing a contract to claim mech weapons and equipment salvaged from the battlefield. The more valuable the salvage, the more shares it will cost. Damage coverage is insurance that only pays out to cover the repair cost of damage suffered during this particular contract. Man, I would not want to be the insurance company for that. Have no good authority. I don't see how we can negotiate with this. Like, seriously, how would we even begin to... Whatever. Anyway. Area. Battle area, 20.25 kilometers. No idea. Yeah. I don't have it. I did manage to find my way through that, but... Mission airstrike support. Oh, I bet that's pricey. Well, let's just see if they accept. My status is healthy. My skill is unknown. I suppose that's appropriate. Game doesn't really know what my skill is. And I am in the Javelin. Okay, let's ready up. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Okay, alright. So far, Jake, I have not been impressed with the story. I'd heard nothing but good things about this game, but right now I'm just like...
If that's the case, it means they must have a generator close by. Find and destroy that generator before assaulting the plant, and you'll have a much easier time of it.
Thanks.
No, I just need to get something out of the way really quick. What is it? Like, why does anyone in their right mind believe for 1 second that they would ever have their own generator outside the defense perimeter of their freaking, outside their defense perimeter? Who in their right mind would do that? That's like the dumbest notion ever. It's like, hey, go destroy the generator. Completely powers down all their defenses first. It's just like super easy. I'm just like, what the WTF? And this guy is suicidal. I don't care. I'm in a light mech.
I'm detecting enemy units up ahead.
Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. You suck, you suck. Okay, alright. I got my mech actually quite damaged there. And that was just a doggone freaking tank. Ugh. Okay, alright. So, that was my first actual opponent, and it was stupidly harder than I was anticipating. And am I showing orange armor already? Like, that thing only had flamethrowers. What the frag? Okay, alright. I didn't take too much damage from that one. Ow, 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 ow. Penny is suddenly very riled up. Maybe she senses the impending combat. Ow! She's driving her elbow into my foot! Okay, that was simple. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. No, that! Nice! Okay, alright. Owie. Ah! Ooh. Okay. Alright, that was a quick one shot.
There's a large chunk of ice blocking the path down to the generator. Use your jump jets to get over it.
Alright, I thought I was just gonna shoot it. Shooting things seems to be very effective in this game.
Perfect. With the generator blown, the turret should be disabled now.
Why the fudge didn't they have that generator behind their defense grid? Like, what the fudge? Anyway. What I don't like are the inconsistencies. Like, okay, so earlier, they had some seriously bad... Okay, so when you're in one of these mechs, Jake, you can eject. That is a basic function. It is a very protected system within the mech. Like, it's supposed to save the life of the pilot. And there's this moment, this supposedly dramified moment, that was completely ruined. And I emphasize the word ruined here by the father of the main character is just like, he's doing an epic last stand. And it's just like, as I'm watching the cinematic, I'm like, dude, eject. Eject from your mech. You can't save it anymore. Just eject. Before, you were trying to save your mech. Now, you just need to get the frag out of there. Leave your mech behind and hit the eject button. And what does the cupcake do? He's like, son, stay in the ship. Don't come back for me. I know you'll do great things. Okay, sadly, I'm making it sound more dramatic than he was. He's about to die and... Oh, anyway. And his son, instead of screaming in agony as he watches his, you know, on the screen, his father dying, is just, you know, quietly sitting there as the operations commander orders the dropship to leave. And the whole time, I'm just yelling, eject! Eject from the mech! You can't save it, Cupcake! Pull the dang lever and eject! And what's the Cupcake do? No, he just dies with his mech. It was a pointlessly wannabe dramatic scene. It failed utterly at being dramatic in the slightest. And I was just like, I'm trying to just, like, rack my brains for, like, who told me the storyline in this game was really good? Because so far, it's been really bad. And then in the next scene, it said, like, either 6 hours or 6 days later. I think it said 6 days, which didn't make sense. And there was just more plot devices and whatnot. I don't know if it was a plot. Whatever. The way they moved on with the story also was incoherent and didn't make sense. And I tore it apart easily. Like, this is my first time experiencing the story, and I'm having a hard time getting immersed into it. I want to be immersed in stories. I don't want to tear them apart. But this one is flaunting its flaws in my face and going, enjoy! And I'm sitting there going, excuse me? What? Alright, moving on. What is that? Am I being shot at? Oh, well, something's doing something. What's going on? Oh, hello, Cupcake. Oh, darn. Yeah, these are torso-mounted weapons. Frag. Hey. Darn. Don't get out from directly above me, you punk. Ah, he's like with torso-mounted weaponry. My arms can aim really high upward, but my torso-mounted weapons can't, because I can only point my torso so far upward. So this chopper actually has quite literally the high ground in a actual meaningful way, and I'm trying to get it out from above me, because hypothetically, this chopper could kill me if I can't get to a point where my torso-mounted weapons can get to it. Because if I can't shoot it, it can shoot at me with impunity. Nice! Okay, I was able to get to my own high ground, and at that point, shoot back. Oh, okay, James. Yeah, I had a hard time with it. I think I only have like 2 hours into it. Oh, my fragging Terra, yeah. I'll see. I'll see what I can do. I mean, I think it was my brother who told me, Bainstrom, who told me that this game was amazing. And that, well, I don't know if he said it was amazing, but he said he wanted me to try it. And now I'm just like, storyline-wise, I'm hating this game. I could have made a better storyline in my sleep. And I have, by the way. I have had dreams already better than this. In fact, I even had a dream last night that arguably had a better story than this. But that might have been because I was experiencing the emotions. I had an intense dream last night. Anyway. James, also, really, the game wants you to play in third person. It does? Why does it want you to play in third person? Well, you still have access to the tactical map. I mean, I prefer first person, like, heavily prefer it. But if it want...
There's the geothermal power plant up ahead. There's a number of storage buildings in and around the plant itself. I suspect that's where they're storing their loot.
Pumpkins.
Smash and grab, Commander. Once you locate the storage crate, keep a pickup, then move on to the next building. From my initial scans of the site, I've marked where I think the crates could be located. Look there first.
Roger that.
Yeah, it definitely appears to be a much rougher ride while I'm in first person. I get what... Yeah, I think you're right, James. This definitely is not friendly to first person. which I despise. I love first-person games. Ah. It sucks. You can play in either, but it's much easier. Yeah, I'm picking up on that pretty quick, James. This is definitely easier. Walk to it, really? Hey! Dang it. I'm literally just gonna pick it up in my mech? Like, really? That seems just lazy. Though, it is fun to just walk through things and blow them up. Don't get me wrong, but I also don't think a light mech like this would be doing it this casually. Like, I think all of that would have inflicted some serious damage on my armor. This seemed to have a lot of lazy crap going on in this game. It's just like, really? It would not have been hard at all. I mean, game-wise, I'm not speaking towards the game. I'm speaking strictly towards story right here. They are being super lazy with the story. As for actually making an actual device or something to come down and pick up supplies, that actually requires programming and whatnot to create the graphics or whatever. But they could come up with another device, and by that I mean you could clear the area, and once the area is cleared, they're like, okay, we'll send in a drone to go and pick it up, and you don't have to actually see the drone. They have animations for drones, so they could animate the drones coming in. I mean, you shot some target drones early on in the tutorial, so I don't see why, when they already have a pre-existing thing like that, why they couldn't just program it to come in and pick up their little crates. That's a little more work, but not a crap ton. Whatever. That little bit is just nitpicking. I would have preferred if you had to be in first and not have an option to switch. If you had to be in first and not. I agree. I actually agree. I feel like it would have been much more thematic and immersive is the word I'm looking for. I feel like it would have been much more immersive to not have the option to switch to third. Like, really, you've got some sort of camera drone that you in the cockpit are looking through that what, none of your enemies are going to shoot, or none, absolutely none of the fire going on in a battlefield, massive explosions and the shrapnel caused, are going to damage this camera. Like, really? Just the more things that make you ask questions and whatnot, the less immersive it is. And this one is just throwing so many at you. But I genuinely feel like the experience is just straight up better. And I'm not talking about suspension of disbelief. I'm straight up just talking about I feel like being in the cockpit is just it's a more fun experience. It makes you actually feel like you're there. Like you're living and breathing it. But Piranha Games has shown an inclination to be, well, a lot lazier than I would like. A whole lot lazier. Why do I hear explosions? Also, everything is way too destructible. Just gonna say that right out the gate. Like, everything you shoot just instantly blows up. I'm just like, really? Except for the enemies. Apparently, all tanks in this game are stronger than any structures that can be built. Like, entire buildings blow up easier than a little tank does. Man, I was psyched for this game.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Owie. Oh, oh, I actually have to hold down E. Ah. Okay. I didn't realize I had to hold down E.
Good work. Marked for pickup.
Oh, 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 it's been marked for pickup. Oh, I am going to now eat all my words.
It appears the derelict plant has a network of backup generators running. Destroy them if you can.
Why can't I destroy these turrets before they bring those generators online? Oh, man. Ah. Cool. Alright. By the way, Raiders, like, I mean, these cupcakes cannot be this stupid. Why on Fragging Terra are they not rallying together? Like, they're sending tanks at me one at a time, and I'm just like, why? Why are you not trying, like, you're dealing with a battle mech here. Maybe a light battle mech, but it's still a freaking battle mech. Why are you not trying to throw all your tanks together and overwhelm me? Just, how stupid do they expect me to believe these raiders are? What's going on here? Oh, oh, right. And why did it take so long for the backup generators to come online? I guess there is a mod. I guess there is a mod that gives it some life. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I did see that mods were... I did see a spot where it said mods available. Okay, well, I've blown up all the stupid backup generators here, which all were in extremely exposed positions and were very badly placed. Like, there was nothing tactically sound about that. That was just incompetence at its finest. Anyway. Man. Okay. And apparently they take ages to bring these generators on because I've yet to see another turret online.
Good work, Commander. That's the last of their power generators.
Oh, right. Because I didn't hold down E. Come on.
Okay, got it. Keep looking.
Alright. I think I've definitely... I think I might have my armor punctured in the back. That is distinctly in the not so great category. Ooh, hey, you! You're a pumpkin! Oh, I just ran it over! Okay, admittedly, that was a little bit cool. Just boosh, run right over an enemy tank. I could see that. Absolutely. Oh, have they made melee a thing? I mean, running over a tank is a form of melee, but is there like a hatchet man now or something? Oh man, that would be so awesome. There is a variant to the Centurion that has a shield and axe. Just saying, the Dalway would be proud. Okay, alright. Seriously, I've explored this location. What else do you want from me? Why do I keep being told that this is an objective marker waypoint thingy? Oh, these right here. I see. Oh, yeah, that one right there. Okay, alright. I see now. Cool.
Alright, that should do it. Go ahead and meet me at the exfiltration point. If you see anything worth blowing up on your way out, say a weapons depot or something, I won't object.
Understood.
But to be honest, the voice acting in this game is extremely subpar. I feel like just it would not be hard to do a full life-giving mod of this game that would actually make it truly worth playing. When it comes to the story, like, it would not be hard at all to, I mean, if you got some decent voice actors and a decent script, I could write better in my sleep than they've been. Oh, what's going on?
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, alright, my armor is mostly orange now, so I'm not in great shape. And I've only been dealing with tanks. Luckily not, like, if a Mars tank showed up right now, I'd just be like, either I outrun that thing, or I'm dead. But then again, if a Mars tank had showed up at the beginning of the mission, that would have been done. Oh wait, no, that's the end of the mission. I want to destroy the Raider Depot. Where's the Raider Depot? Dang it. I need to replace these headphones. They were garbage. I left a very negative review of these headphones. The only good thing about them is that they're comfortable. Next headphones I get won't have a microphone attached because microphones on headphones are notoriously bad. Oh, yeah. Where's that weapons depot? I thought it was around here. Okay, back. Cool. Good to see you, Jake. Where the living frag is that dang weapons depot? I do not know. Well, unlike in Mechwarrior Online, my mech doesn't take damage from the lightest falls. They have made jump jets more viable, and by in Mechwarrior Online, jump jets are actually better pronounced as wannabe, and I emphasize the word wannabe hover jets. They're not even jump jets; they're wannabe hover jets. In here, it appears that's.
Jet fuel low. Jump jet fuel empty.
That hurt my legs? Are you kidding me? My mech would be built for that. Okay, alright. Piranha Games has not gotten past their bias against a mech's ability to... Oh my gosh. In the lore, I'll tell you this right now. In the lore, mechs were able to jump extremely high distances and come back down just fine. Just fine. Not all mechs, like the heavier mech was, like the more damage it could do. But guess what? It wasn't doing like massive damage to the armor. It would be doing damage to the internal components. I can't find that stupid weapons depot. This is frustrating. Had to go satisfy my hunger. Yeah, I myself am pretty hungry at the moment, Jake. I need to eat something. When was the last time I ate something? Oh, yeah, yeah. I've had 3 bagels to eat all day. Like, that has been my entire daily allotment of food. And I was actually lucky to get that. I went to work without preparing myself breakfast because I was lazy. And I was extremely lucky that they brought snacks for everyone. Yeah, they didn't have to do that, but they did. And I had myself a second bagel before I was technically supposed to. My boss didn't have a problem with that, but I felt unusually bad for it. Okay, is this the depot? Where's this depot? Oh wow, that did hurt. That actually did some damage. Okay, so note to self. It is possible to be damaged trying to go through certain structures. Will this one hurt me? Well, I can't go through it. Okay, maybe that's a fortified wall. Oh, wait, yeah. Apparently that's the weapons depot. Because it's showing the weapons depot down to 8 health. So I'm just going to keep blowing stuff up until the weapons depot is apparently destroyed.
Nicely done, Commander. That should teach them a lesson. Now get to the exfil point and I'll pick you up.
Alright, let's get the frag out of here. By the way, I do want to point out that these dropships do actually have decent weapons on them. So in that final fight where the commander was giving his life, the dropship was shown to be right there because they were there as he died, quote unquote, and went down. And while that dropship might not have been particularly well armed, for some reason they never even cover it, don't even show it firing off any shots. It's like, why couldn't have it just... Like, why didn't it shoot anything? Oh, whatever. Whatever. Hey. Oh, am I seeing it shoot now? Did I see it fire off some shots? Because I think I saw it fire off some ER large lasers. And if they show it firing now, I'm just like, okay, so they're aware that these dropships... I mean, even the dropships in Mechwarrior Online are shown to have weapons. So...
We were able to recover the materials we needed from that raider cache, and Fahad has already started the repairs to the Leopard and Centurion. You've made him a very happy man, though I doubt he'll admit it.
Ooh, armor is a bit scorched. Got 20 reputation and 600,000 sea bells. Not bad at all. Okay, employer, interstellar expeditions, standard, standing indifferent, but +9. Hostile, neutral, friendly. Opponents, bandits. Standing indifferent, but -7. So they're not so happy with me at the moment because I went and stole some of their crap and blew up other crap. So, ooh, salvage some machine guns, a flamer, and 2 medium lasers. If I'm fighting another mech, especially a laser boat kind of mech, that flamer would actually be kind of nice. It's pretty warm here in the UK right now. I know. They're trying to distract us with, If I'm going to go completely over the conspiracy bandwagon, I'm just going to be like, yeah, they're trying to distract us with, the whole global warming right now, and so they're using their weather control crap to, heat up the planet so everybody stops thinking about America's stinking imbecilic election. Nice, I leveled up. Damage cost, 52,000 COLs. Okay, alright. Continue. Nice work, Commander. We were able to recover the materials we needed. Blah, blah. I'll never admit it. Okay, claim. Okay, let's go return to the hangar really quick. Oh, how?
Hey, boss man, that was quite the haul you brought me. Gonna make the repairs a bit easier now. But don't go getting stars in your eyes or nothing. I'm overworked as it is, and this ship needs a lot of loving, eh? So your Centurion is still gonna take plenty of time to fix. But yeah, like I said, nice job out there. Your old man will be proud. Now if there's nothing else, gonna get back at it, alright? Lot of work to do. Story of my life.
I mean, when you think about it, Jake, that's kind of the point, you know. Get everybody focusing on the global scale and blah, blah, and don't focus on, like... America especially has tried to be the world's police or everything else for so long. And I'm like, do people realize that, you know, we need to be focusing on ourselves right now? We're constantly trying to give money and aid and military help to others when our debt is skyrocketing. I'm like, no. Like, focus on yourself right now. No. That's not something anybody wants to cover, apparently. Alright, cue it up. Alright. But yeah, what's going on in, like... There's so many things to cover. So many things to talk about in that arena.
While you were planet-side, I got word from Spears about the plan he's put in place for us. Take a listen.
Rihanna, Commander. Good news. I think I can get you safely past the blockade with the aid of a local mining company. To make everything work, I'm gonna have to find you guys a recycled mercenary identification number. A new identity, essentially. Nick's Cavaliers, for all intents and purposes, no longer exists. I'll match that number to a new name of your choosing once the time comes. So, think about what you want to call yourselves. While I arrange that, you're gonna have to do a little work for the mining company in exchange for their cooperation. If things go well, they've agreed to hire you to transport some precious cargo out of the system, aboard an inbound jump ship. Using the new mercenary ID and with a legitimate contract in hand, you should have no problem slipping through the blockade. I've attached the particulars to this message. I'll be in touch once you've completed the mission. Good luck.
I already reviewed the information Spears sent. The mission is a straight-up protect and defend op. Seems these raiders have been harassing the mining company, among others. Stealing from them, extorting them, killing innocent civilians when their demands weren't met. I've uploaded the pertinent details into the mission briefing, so I won't repeat them here. You're good to launch any time, Commander.
Roger that. See you on the other side.
Okay. Oh no. No, I didn't hear about what happened to Sodaz. What happened to him? I know Chapter Master Valric made a video recently about it. I didn't get around to viewing it. I thought, wasn't Sodaz's work, didn't Games Workshop want to incorporate it? I thought they already bought his work. Okay, one sec, I need to breathe. Okay, accept. Oh wait, contract. Okay, the mining company is vulnerable to raid attacks, so you've got to protect it. Once on the ground, head out there and defend it. Should be simple in and out. Okay, do I have any mechs to use for this? He's not working on Warhammer 40k animation and for Games Workshop anymore. Oh! Why? The dude did amazing work. Like, I loved his... Yeah, his animations were awesome. Why? Okay, just breathing.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
My javelin, unfortunately, has taken quite a pounding, so... Do I have another mech to... No, I don't have another mech to use. I only have the javelin. That is distinctly bad. Because the javelin's actually pretty hurt at the moment. It's missing some of its armor, and the rest of its armor in bad shape. This is... This is not optimal. Okay, I waited 10 days. Alright. At least my mech is now fully functional.
Okay, Commander. We know very little about these raiders' overall strength or sheer numbers, so keep a sharp lookout for enemy units on your approach to that settlement.
Copy that.
There's the settlement up ahead, Commander. Looks like the raiders have already begun their attack. Get in there and protect those civilians.
Well, we did wait 10 days before even coming.
Please help us. The raiders are attacking our settlement. There are women and children here.
Yeah, you're a woman, so...
Something's interfering with my sensors.
I think the raiders have set up some sort of jamming device nearby. I'll see if I can locate it.
Ow! I think I ran into the wall there. Ah! You cupcakes. Hey, you he would so be shooting at the freaking... Like, seriously. Who continues shooting at the settlement when you have a battle mech right here? Like, who in their right mind does that? Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's best played in third person. That's a killjoy. Hey, you, come back. Come back. Hey! You! Get back here! Huh? Dang it. You suck! Come on! Nice! Oh, you cupcakes!
Commander, the settlement is taking significant damage. You need to clear out these raiders, now.
Man, these raiders would be insane not to focus fire on the... Like, seriously. Unless this is some sort of blood vendetta and they're just, like, desperate to destroy this raiding camp, focus on the mech. Get all your forces together and focus on the mech. Make this a challenge.
Nice work. These civilians are safe for the moment. Unfortunately, it appears the raiders aren't done causing trouble just yet. They're headed for the company's main processing facility on the other side of the mountain. You need to get there and thwart that attack, Commander.
Understood.
Alright. Over there. Okay. I think I posted Chapter Master Valk's vid talking about it. That as well on Discord, which will give you a better explanation. I'll check it out as soon as I'm done here. I think I did start watching that video earlier before I realized that I'd gone all ADHD again. I was like needing to actually focus on getting my live stream started. Every time I see something shiny, I'm just like, ooh. Can hardly focus on one thing for more than 5 seconds.
Brianna, my sensors are getting worse.
The jamming device the Raider set up is at the top of this pass, Commander.
How do you know?
You're going to have to manage as best you can until you're able to take it out.
Target acquired.
Yeah, this is getting pretty bad.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Dang. Even his targeting sensors are in bad shape due to this thing.
Okay. With that jamming device eliminated, your sensors should have cleared up.
Yeah, much better.
Your onboard radar should also be operational now. You'll be able to detect enemies at a significant distance. Just in time, too. That mining facility is getting hit hard, Commander.
Okay, Major Kale also did a vid about it as well. Dang. Wait, did I leave someone behind? I did! Who'd I leave? Hey, you. Oh, I don't see them now. Ow, 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 ow. Also, have you seen all the DLC stuff for the Silence and the Fury for Total War Warhammer 2? I have not. However, James did let me know earlier that there is a new free DLC Lord for the Dwarves, which got me very excited. I think my next campaign will definitely be exploring that, because I love the Dawi. And having a new Lord, I'm just like, I hope they actually got out some new lore.
There's the facility. Destroy those radar units.
Mash.
You made it! We need your help. The raiders are trying to destroy our facility. It's
Dude.
all we have.
Target destroyed.
Dang it, I just helped destroy the facility.
Commander, the mining facility can't take much more damage and still remain operational. To eliminate
I shouldn't have gone in the mining facility to defend it, because every step I take is a risk to blow it up.
Target destroyed.
Ah, come on! The handling on this thing is terrible.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh man! Oh no! Don't ram into that! Don't ram into that!
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, where's everything else? Oh, dang it. Now I see the enemies over there. Whatever, I'll do a sweep. I'll go from around this side and just go all the way over. Dang it. Come on, go, 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 go. Man, it feels so clunky. It doesn't feel remotely smooth like when I would play previous Mechwarriors. Overall, I feel like this game's kind of overrated. Because I'm not even much enjoying the gameplay as much as I would have expected to. Dang it. Dang it. That was another chunk of the facility. Man, I can't really get in there without destroying more of the freaking facility. Dang it. Makes my job ultra... Let me guess, I'm going to blow up these pipes. Yep, yep, just walking over those pipes blows them up. Oh, of course they are. Oh, you! I'm not doing any damage to that dang thing. Cool. Alright, come on, come on. Please don't. There you go. Dang it! Alright, let's go. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh, that was...
Good work, Commander. That should make the mining company happy. Prepare for exfil. I'm on my way.
Well, their facility was mostly destroyed. I don't see why they'd be happy. Beastman actually getting something was nice. Your rotation across is growing. Oh, I went from green to unknown. Does that mean I got worse? Oh, okay, alright, so soon I'll be growing unfamiliar. And this is like, okay, I'm glad they're doing a reputation system because that's kind of cool. But to the miners, my reputation should be pretty high. And then across the galaxy as a whole, no, they would never, I would be completely unknown. And it would be ages before I made a big enough name for myself to even reach unfamiliar status. Yeah, I get it. These cupcakes would be pretty ticked with me. Yeah, Beastman got something which was nice. Yeah, but Lizardmen didn't need a new LL. Leader? Is that what LL stands for? They should have given it to Chaos Marauders. Yeah, Lizardmen do have do get a lot of love, or Chaos, as they have the least LL. What does LL stand for? I have no idea. We got some autocannon 5, some LRMs. Medium lasers. What? Oh, I have to actually... Oh, I have to select if I want... Okay, alright. I get to pick 3, huh? Well, arguably I should just pick the most valuable ones. Oh, I know I want at least an autocannon, and they're definitely among the more valuable. Okay, alright. Oh, but they count as 2 shares. A single one counts as 2. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then an LRM rack. Well, does that mean that SRMs count as Oh, that's bullcrap. They're only 10,000 apiece. I should be able to select lots of... Whatever. Ugh. Alright, well, selecting the most valuable things is arguably the smartest thing to do. There. So I'll hit continue. Alright. Continue. Outstanding job. These raiders were intent on shutting down the mining operation, and that mobile jammer tower also put a spanner in the works. Luckily, it didn't, thanks to you. There's a lot of people down there that owe you their lives tonight, Commander. Also, for what happens now, Spears has been in touch. It seems we have one more mission to execute before the mining company will sign off on the transport contract. We need that contract as cover to get past the blockade, so we don't have much choice but to do as they ask. Come see me when you've cleaned up, and I'll give you a full rundown. Okay. Oh, Legendary Lord. Ah. Yeah. So, yeah, Chaos does have the least amount of Legendary Lords. Yeah, I suppose the Lizard Men do have quite a few. I don't know. I actually don't know that with any kind of certainty because it's been ages since I played. Okay. Oh, hello. You look pretty. Hi. Have we met before? Centurion's looking in much better shape. Thank you very much. Let's check it out. It looks like there are... Yeah, the Centurion's all repaired up. So let's hit Repair Mech. And queue it up. Okay, return to hangar. Alright. Ah, hey. Let me through.
Commander, it turns out the bastards who attacked us and who have set up the blockade are a mercenary outfit by the name of Black Inferno. Unfortunately, that's about all we know at the moment. Spears and I will try to dig up more information if we can. The time will come when we can extract some proper vengeance. But right now, we have more pressing concerns. Inferno forces are closing in on our location. That means we only have a small window in which to fulfill our obligations to the mining company and haul ass out of here. The company wants us to take down the raiders for good by destroying their base of operations. Once that's done, they'll arrange passage for us aboard the inbound jump ship. I've detailed the mission briefing and it's waiting for your sign-off. You're free to launch whenever you're ready, Commander.
Roger that.
Okay, alright. My first question. So you say they're closing in on us. What do you mean? Like, they know where we are? Or they're just starting to search this particular section of the system? And she should... Also, I would have had her say, we still don't know why they're after us. Whether a contract was put on us, or we're just in the way of something else, we're not sure. But they're after us specifically. And they're obviously after us specifically. We weren't guarding anything at the time, so yeah, we're the target, obviously. Who we've managed to tick off for whatever reason, we're not sure. Something like that. Because a random mercenary outfit coming after you... I mean, if the name Black Inferno doesn't mean anything to you, then probably, yeah, of course, they were hired. Because mercenaries are mercenaries. They don't hold grudges. They're out there just for a, the quick buck and then get out. Unless, of course, your father was killed by somebody, in which case you might hold a grudge. But, and maybe this guy's father ticked off somebody in Black Inferno, whatever, and the mercenary group isn't being paid to hunt them. Sorry, that went off on a little bit of a tangent. But anyway, what I want to know as she was talking was, do they know we're here? Or is it just they're just locking down the system one planet at a time, and this one just happens to be the next one? Or do they know we're here and they're on their way specifically to get us? Because if they know that we're here, then our cover is probably blown, and it won't matter the false identification to try and get them through the blockade. No, they know your location. They know where you are. They know you're you're in proximity to this mining company. If a mining company jump ship suddenly wants to jump out of system, they're probably gonna be like, "Yeah, sorry, but we spotted them recently in this area. We see that you have a mercenary group with you. We kind of want to check closely on them before we let you through. So you're gonna have to hold up and wait." Yeah, like that's only reasonable. So information here is key. I'm going to run off the assumption that what she should have said was the noose is tightening around our necks. They're searching every part of the system for us, and now they're searching here. We were able to remain here and hide here for a good long while because this is such a back of water part of the system that it took them a while to get around to it. But due to the our recent endeavors here, we're thinking that's what's drawn them here this quickly. They've heard about a mercenary who's been taking out some raiders, blah blah blah, and they obviously have information on us, and they know that you're decently skilled, or in the guy's father's words, he's very skilled. Whatever. Anyway, it's not hard. It's not hard to add in just a little bit of extra dialogue to explain that kind of... This is not rocket science here, brain surgery, or anything like that. This is just common sense. Anyway, I could go on a tangent on that for a good long while more, but let's move on. It's just lazy dialogue. Decades ago, this planet was the epicenter of a mining gold rush. Of course, it wasn't gold the miners were after, but rhodium. It was the boom, then bust for most of the companies, which means that there were a lot of abandoned infrastructure left behind. One of those mining locations is where the raiders are currently holed up. You can expect a larger enemy presence than we saw at the power plant, Commander. You'll need to eliminate all of them and destroy as much of the infrastructure as possible. Our employers want these raiders put out of business for good, so give them hell. Hey, boss man. From what Rana says, the next mission is going to be a bit of a doozy. Good thing I've gotten the Centurion fit as a fiddle and ready to go, eh? She's got plenty of firepower, especially compared to the Javelin. I will completely agree with that. I may not like running Centurions, but it's definitely got more firepower than that Javelin does. In case you wanted an upgrade, I thought you should know. You're welcome, by the way. Happy to be of service. Anything I can do to help get us off this bleeding ice cube, mate. You know what I mean? Alright, that's it. Talk to you later. Cool. Alright. We've located the Raiders' base of operations. Decades ago, this planet was the epicenter... Yeah, I've already read that. Okay. Salvage shares. I definitely want to upgrade salvage shares. That goes from 3 to 6. That could be potentially very valuable. I'm big on that. Alright, let's hit accept. There we go. Cool. Cool. Well, as you can see, the dropship can defend itself. It's got its own lasers. it could have helped in the original opening cinematic. It could have helped the guy. Because that thing's amount of lasers could have done serious damage to that king crab. Instead, he had to have his dramatic, wannabe dramatic death. Ugh. Still makes me cringe thinking about it. Oh, that thing has a PPC! Okay, what? Where's my LRMs? Oh, come on. Dang it. Okay. Where? What? Yeah, the LRMs are... Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. My mouse. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Dang it. These headphones seriously need replacing. Oh, dang it. That was a waste of a shot. Come on. Cool. Alright, that thing's dead. Let's go this way. Okay. Cool. Oh. Forgot this game is better played from third person. I still don't like that, but, you know, what the frag ever. Thing did a decent amount of damage to my right arm. Who is shooting at me from behind? That was rude! Man, my armor's starting to suffer. And I haven't even faced off with an enemy mech yet, which is what I'm betting is going to happen here. Cool. Alright, taking down that one was easy. Cool. Alright, they're dead. Okay, alright, that took long enough. Nice. Man, this is taking the bloody scenic route. Oh, you pumpkins! Man, I'm suffering the death by 1,000 cuts here! Yeah, let's just get in there.
There's the raider base. Eliminate all enemies and raise it to the ground, Commander.
Copy that.
Dang it.
All ground forces have been eliminated. Time to finish destroying that base, Commander.
So it's not doing any... I'm trying to focus on just using the lasers so that... Oh, that's not doing any damage to that thing anymore. So that I don't waste ammunition I could potentially actually use. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Alright. Okay, this is taking forever. Oh, there we go. That did some decent damage. Oh. Can we walk through these buildings without taking damage ourselves? Yeah. Yeah, let's have some fun with this. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I was noticing it sucked a lot to play in first person. Oh boy. At least it slows me down to walk through these buildings. Okay. Destroy. Hey, pumpkin! You! I can't get at him with my... No. Aha! Okay. I'm willing to bet that there's... I mean, this is supposed to be a doozy of a mission, right? Where's an enemy mech? I haven't faced one actual enemy mech so far. I just watched it happen in a cinematic. Didn't actually get a chance to do it myself, so... It's gotta actually happen in the supposedly doozy mission, right? Okay. These raiders still can't get it through their heads that, I don't know, maybe they should gather all their forces together and then attack the mech? I mean, this time they were trying to defend, aka, you know, defend this base. So maybe they were just sending everything they had as they had it. That could make sense. They could have had potentially a lot of power, a lot of valuable loot here.
I'm detecting an unknown battle mech fast approaching your position.
There we go.
When you see it, get a sensor lock on the target.
Copy that.
Remember your combat training, Commander. Enemies will have a harder time hitting you if you keep your mech moving. I advise you to stay mobile and keep to longer ranges.
I do have LRMs.
Looks like these raiders somehow got their hands on a spider mech. It's fast but lightly armored. Avoid letting it get behind you.
Dang it! I keep losing lock.
That spider is a slippery one. What it lacks in offensive capabilities, it makes up for with speed and agility. A deadly combination if it gets into your blind spots. This one seems to have pre-existing damage on his right leg. If you're having trouble hitting the critical areas, try focusing fire there instead. You may be able to wipe out his mobility advantage.
Apparently it wisened up and realized it has to close the distance. Nuclear launch, baby! Okay. Oh, no you don't!
Nicely done, Commander. Get to the extraction point, and I'll pick you up.
Oh, that wasn't too intense of a fight. I get how on my first enemy battle mech they'd want me to shoot, take out something lighter than me as a bit of experience and whatnot. Help me get a feel for it. So far this game plays a heck of a lot different, like way differently than Mechwarrior Online, which to a point absolutely makes sense. You know, not only am I facing off with enemies who are computer controlled, but I'm facing tanks and I'm facing helicopters, which is going to be very different. But me and my battle mech feels really different. Like, I'm like, what's going on here? This is Piranha Games. They made Mechwarrior Online. Like, how is it so doggone difficult to... I don't even know. I don't know. PPC. Yes, please. I would love to have a PPC. If I could replace that autocannon with a PPC, that would give me more longevity in missions. Yeah, it would spike my heat, which has its cons, but... an AC2 isn't a bad pick either. Let's pick an AC5 for sheer value. That leaves me with only 2 options left. I'll pick an AC... Oh, SRM6s. That's actually not bad either. I'll pick that as well. The bandits find me suspicious. It's like, really? You just find me suspicious? That's all? Anyway. You know, you cannot enjoy it in first person one freaking bit. That was honestly painful. That spider mech might be small, but also excellent work taking it out. Thanks to you, the raider forces have been all but eliminated and their infrastructure destroyed. You'd think they would have wanted the spider mech to actually defend the location. Once you destroyed their base, at that point, maybe they were blind with vengeance and that's why they sent the mech after you, but that mech was still valuable. Very valuable. You think at the very least they'd be like, okay, alright, let's cut our losses and get out of here with our very valuable battle mech. But no, apparently not. Best of all, I just heard from Spears. The mining company couldn't be happier with all our efforts and have expedited the transport contract aboard the inbound jump ship. We're about to get to be given a second life, Commander. Okay.
Hey there, Guff. I hear we finally got a name for these bastards who've been chasing us down. Black Bloody Inferno, right? Well, that's a load of bollocks, isn't it? You know what a Black Inferno is? It's bloody smoke, mate. All right then. Nice chat. Gonna get back to work now.
Okay. Alright, well, let's get the Centurion on its way to being repaired. Repair mech. I mean, I can wait to repair it until after we're out of the conflict zone that we're currently in. Yeah, it's risky because I only have the light mech currently, but let's try it out.
Hi, Commander. Thanks to your efforts, the mining company have kept their word and booked us transport on a jump ship. Spears has also obtained a new mercenary ID number. So, all we need to do now is choose a new name for our merc outfits, and we're good to go. I'll leave that up to you. Once you've registered the new name, come back and see me.
Will do.
Okay. Name your mercenary company. Legunus First Company. Oh, I like that one just for the sheer Make the Dawi proud, lad. Eat a planet, I guess? That's a weird... Oh, Planet Eater. World Eaters. World Eaters. There you go. I mean, a very literal World Eaters. Legunus. Well, I don't see any symbol that would particularly strikes me as Legunus oriented. Because there's no letter I anywhere. So the symbols that I am most interested in is either this one or this one. Like the dual axes or a sword through skull over a, I guess a star in the background, if that's what that is. A sun. A blue star. So which one? Huh. Legunus First Company. What do you think, Jake? You got an opinion on the matter? Let's see. Well, I think I am leaning more towards the other one. The first one is cool, but like, I don't like the background. I think the background here is really freaking lame. The fact that they don't let you choose between, yeah, axes, but they don't let you choose different backgrounds as well. It's just like, whatever. Hey. Okay.
Okay, Commander. Everything is set for our departure. The transport contract with the mining company is a false flag Spears and I set up with their cooperation. The mining company has legally hired us to transport cargo for them. But in reality, there is no cargo. Just a destination and some very convincing paperwork.
So, where are we headed?
We've been asked by Spears to help him out of a jam. I think we owe him.
I agree. What's he need us to do?
Spears works for Interstellar Expeditions, one of the largest archaeological collectives in the Innersphere. They do archaeological digs and conduct research into abandoned Star League-era facilities in the pursuit of lost technology from before the Succession Wars. One of the expedition's dig sites has come under attack. A rogue mercenary group is intent on pillaging a Star League supply depot that IE uncovered on Brookland Prime. We're going in to help protect the site. Spears will provide more detailed information on what exactly we're facing once we arrive. For now, I've uploaded the coordinates into the nav system. Before we can launch, you need to sign off on the op and get us to the system.
Roger that.
Seriously, this does not sound like... The voice actor is not portraying someone that just lost their father. And is like, we're running away from Black Inferno. They killed my father. Like, I want some payback. And she would have to talk him down and convince him, listen, we're outgunned. We're outmanned. We're outmaneuvered. We literally have one out. One out now. And we have to take it. We have to get out of here. It's like... We'll get plenty of hands, like there will be fighting where we're going. We have to depart. And that would be believable to me. That would be very, very believable. I'm just going to repair this now. It's an extra 17 grand, an extra 3 days. I'm just like, okay, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. I might as well get it started at the very least. I agree. The background is a bit meh. Yeah, that background was very, very meh. But, if anything, this whole time, he should have been chomping at the bit for vengeance. And she would have had to have been talking him down every step of the way. Because on one hand, he would be consumed by guilt about getting his father killed by insisting they go after the money and then they find out they were set up. And on the other hand... They should have, he would be itching for vengeance to help also cover up said guilt. To black it out of his mind and just be like, I want payback. I want vengeance. Because in his moments, in his free time, every moment that wasn't spent thinking about needing, vengeance, he would start thinking inwardly about, my father didn't want to go there. He didn't want to go after the money. He was like, this is risky. He tried talking me out of it every step of the way, and now he's dead, and I'm alive. Like, and it was stupid. Like, what was I thinking that the money would be there? That maybe they just left it, where it was obvious that it wasn't there? It's just like, no. No, like, this should be a guilt-ridden, angry, raging character right now. And not only is the voice actor utterly failing to portray that, but the script is utterly failing to portray that. Like, my immersion is so dead. It's like they want you to be like, oh, your father died, and this is a big deal. But on the other hand, it's like they don't know how to sell that to you. It's like they have no comprehension of what somebody like this would be going through. And I get that probably none of the script writers have had that happen to them, but I haven't had it happen to me. No one's come in and murdered my father or mother or anything like that. I don't need vengeance, but I can sure as frag put myself in that situation and imagine how grief-stricken I would be and whatnot. So, just could rant like this for a while, and yeah, she would have had to have talked him down. That simple. He would not be so accommodating to leaving the system without a little payback. And it would be cool. It would be cool if they got to do one single mission against Black Inferno where they got to strike back at them a little bit. Maybe he'd even get to see the King Crab that on the ship sensors he saw take down his father's mech and kill him. because a good way to sell that last bit was if his father, because his father got pinned down by two enemy mechs. One was a hunchback, and one was a king crab. The king crab would have been slow and ponderous. It would have had the firepower to take down his father's mech, but not the speed to keep up with it. And his father did the smart thing and focused on the hunchback because it was the faster mech, and it was the mech that could take him down. And they needed his father's mech. It was a big part of their operation. It would have been massively expensive. So his father would have been like, yeah, I need to get this thing back. So he chased down the hunchback and he destroyed it, but it could have lured him into an ambush where it could have doubled back just a little bit and got him distracted for just a moment, not realizing he was doubling back with it. And then boom, the king crab damages his leg with a long-range shot. And then he finishes off the hunchback, but he's trying to limp away. And he's like, can you guys come get me? Can you guys come get me? And the dropship is coming. It's on its way. And then he turns the corner, and there's the king crab. And it blasts out his leg from underneath him. He falls over. And at that point, he like looks up and sees that if he were to eject, he'd eject right into a building. Like, he wouldn't go anywhere. He wouldn't eject up into the sky like he would need to. And as he goes to prop his arms up, to just prop his mech up so that he could eject upward. Then the king crab blows off one of his arms and starts pummeling his mech. Not aiming for the center of the mech where the most valuable things would be, but like start blowing, like blasting him back down every time he tries to stand up so he can eject upward and get away from the fight so that his dropship can come and pick him up. And then the king crab closes the distance and smashes a leg down on the chest of his mech, pinning him to the ground. And then it starts pivoting around its torso to aim one of its arms point blank range of the cockpit. And then as he's literally facing death in the face, he says to his son, as his son is like, we're almost there, Dad, we're almost there. His son could be like, I mean, the father would be like, no. Like, you can't save me. I'm sorry, son. And his son would yell, eject, Dad, eject. We don't need the mech. Please, eject. And at that point, the father would stop speaking to the son and talk directly to his ops commander and be like, I'm giving you an official order. Abandon me. You can't save me. And you shouldn't take on this king crab. If it shoots out one of the thrusters on the dropship, you're dead. It's like, get out of there. Get out of there now. And they would arrive just in time to see the king crab smash its foot down on his mech and smash him back down to the ground. And the son would be screaming in agony as he watches the king crab level a single arm right at the cockpit and fire point blank range right into it, blowing the cockpit to Kingdom Come. And just, he would scream in agony. And as the ops commander would then be like, she herself trying to cover up her pain because this was a man she gave a crap about. This was her commander, and whom obviously they'd been working together for a long time. The son said, I consider you family. So you get at least that little bit of background. You're like, okay, all right, they've been together for that long. She'd be in a lot of pain too, but says through her, gritting her teeth through her pain, says, get us out of here, and orders the dropship to make for orbit before the king crab can turn around and start shooting at its engines. That would have been convincing. That would have been like, not thrilling, but it would have had me on the edge of my seat, feeling the emotion. The voice actors doing the work that they're paid to do, the script writers doing the work that they're paid to do. And it would have required a little more animation, that's true. An actual cinematic would have been required. In other words, they were using all in-game footage there in that cinematic, per se. But they would have actually had to have paid a cinematographer, someone to animate it, which there are so many out there. Just look at Sodaz. He did that as a fan work, okay? You've got plenty of people to choose from, Piranha Games. Don't skimp on the cinematics that you want us to be emotionally invested on for the storyline. And you'd see the... Yeah, when you see the king crab pinned his father's mech to the ground and then turn around and face an arm directly at the cockpit as the father gives his final order to the ship's ops commander saying, get the ship yourselves and my son out of here. This is my final order. And then, as the radio is still active, you hear through the radio the sound of the cannon going off, and then static as it blows out the cockpit. And they see that on their sensors, and he's dead. I would have been on the edge of my seat, just like, that would have had emotional reverberations with me. And the cinematography, yeah, you would have had to have paid somebody to do that, but there's a lot of people out there who would have done a great job for not that much. It's not like you would have had to have gone and hired the best team for it. Like, you wouldn't have had to have done a League of Legends level with their cinematography that they do in their in their videos. There's so many people out there who do amazing fan work for series who could definitely use some money. You don't have to go looking that far. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. It would not be hard to upgrade this storyline to something amazing. It would not be difficult at all. It would be easy. And that's my point here. That's my point. Anyway, the situation is dire, Commander. The Merc outfit Spears hired to protect the dig site has taken heavy losses and can't hold out much longer. You need to get down to the surface and reinforce them before the last of their defenses crumble. Oh, so are we already out of system? I didn't know we were already out of system. What the heck? Unfortunately, I have no idea where you're going to drop into... what you're going to drop into, so you may be coming in hot. Once on the ground, the objective is simple. Stave off the enemy attacks until additional reinforcements arrive. They're counting on you, Commander. Hold the line. Well, okay. Oh, now we're going to travel. Now we're traveling. Okay, at least it shows this part. There should be some suspense with leaving the system. There should be. Please let them show that. Actually getting past the mercenaries who've had you trapped here for days. Please don't. No. Really? You don't? Well, that was easy. That was really easy. Well, okay. That was incredibly disappointing. I am genuinely just like, how incredibly underwhelming. I'm sorry, but Piranha Games, you have skimped and cut corners in almost every possible way. This is embarrassing. This is genuinely embarrassing that you have cut so many corners. The good news is I did actually start on that repair of the Centurion because I'm once again in a conflict zone. I'm still in one, so I'm actually really glad that I started that. Because while we were traveling, the Centurion got repaired, and if I'd waited, it would have cost just as much, and then I wouldn't even have had it available. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I at least did that. Well, definitely want more money. Okay, 700,000 and 6 salvage shares. I'm good with that. The objective is simple. Hold off the enemy forces and secure the site until additional reinforcements arrive. Well, that's news. I thought that they were having an immense amount of difficulty here just holding the line. I wasn't aware that there were reinforcements, but okay. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna play at least one more mission before I call this a night. Call it a night.
Here we go, Commander. Let's see what we've gotten ourselves into. I'm picking up one friendly, just ahead of your current position. Unidentified enemy units engaging.
Copy that.
Mayday! Mayday! My blackjack has suffered critical damage, and I am under assault by Raider forces. Please, I need backup!
Don't worry, I'll drive these raiders back. Keep out of sight and hunker down.
Okay, alright, that's the blackjack right there. And why is the guy, like, really? I feel like the voice actors are so...
Shake it up, Commander. The dig site still needs defending.
Yeah, okay. I actually think there would have been huge opportunity there. He sees somebody. He can potentially save them. And this dude would have PTSD from his father dying and not being able to get there in time. So seeing somebody, he's like, okay, I'm going to get there. I'm going to save this guy. I'm going to save his life. And as he's running in, he sees the guy go down. And not only that, but I think I saw the ejection fail. The guy tried to eject. I saw the animation, and it didn't go off. I think, yeah, I think the ejection failed. So living through that again, living through failing to save somebody again, would actually hit him really hard. You just hear him like cursing up a storm right then as that happened. That would be genuinely traumatic. Even though he doesn't know the guy, yeah, he'd be reliving failing to get to his father in time, causing his father to die. And I could see him being royally ticked off, even though he didn't know the dude. Okay. And by the way, they've been holding out for days, and all of a sudden, like, they're going down now. It's like, if this thing has it so that you... has you fail to save everyone, it's going to be stupid. Because they've been fighting this battle, obviously, for weeks, so it's just like... No, if they have you fail to save, like, everybody, they're going to try and go that road. I was going to be like, yeah, belief destroyed. Ooh! I haven't managed to hit one of these single targets yet. Okay, I killed one. What? I heard something fly past me. I do like the sound effects. I hear a round fly past me without hitting. That's actually kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I see one enemy. Several! Whoa. Dang. These tanks are hard to hit. Oh, duh, I forgot. Yeah. What the? Where'd my round go? Okay, alright, those are down. Dang it. Lost line of sight. Okay. Gonna be honest, this battle so far has been pathetically easy. Pathetically easy. Now, one way to make this realistic. Have it be an actual fort that's being defended. And that it's being attacked from all sides. It doesn't have the ability to actually kill... Like, it has the ability to return fire, but it's been harried for all these weeks as they're got this small little fort built around their dig sites. And they're fighting back from their defenses. Then that would be realistic. But these are mechs fighting against these tanks and helicopters. If you actually think about it critically for like 5 seconds, it's easy to tear this apart going, how are these guys either not overwhelmed by these choppers and helicopters days ago, or how have they not had as pathetically easy of a time wiping them out as we just have? Because the guy's automatically relieved and we've only destroyed like 10 things. It's like, really? Really? You're serious? What?
Yeah, said you guys needed some reinforcements.
That's an understatement. My entire...
Understatement? That's an overstatement. You don't need reinforcements. You have a few helicopters and tanks that I dealt with. Whoop-de-doo.
They came down on us like a ton of bricks, out of nowhere. Wave after wave. Been holding them off as best I can, but I don't think I could have held out much longer.
Okay, why? They came at you wave after wave. Why did they come in waves when they could have just come in one overwhelming wave and apparently just wiped you out? Like, right off the face of the earth, or this planet. That's never explained. And even when you're not even on the screen, I'm trying to figure this out. Whatever. At this point, I'm having such a hard time getting immersion that I'm nitpicking everything, which is a bad place to be. I don't enjoy being in this state, but at the same time, if it's this bad, I'm not going to look over it.
Well, we're here now, and we've got your back.
I appreciate that. Seriously. Can't tell you how good it is to see some friendly faces.
Okay, this does not sound like someone who has literally had their life on the line at all. Like, did they hire the worst, not the worst voice actors, but did they just pay them as cheaply as they could to do this? Like, really? Come on!
We still need to protect this site.
Copy that, but they'll be coming back soon enough. Like I said, they attack in waves, and they haven't shown any signs of letting up.
I saw some defensive turrets. Those should help.
Yeah, I set them up when they started digging. There's a turret generator close by, up on the hill. It cycled off after the third or fourth wave hit us. It's still up at the moment. You want to try cycling it back on? I'll watch your 6.
He's in a mech! He's in a freaking mech! What's he supposed to do? Go up and kick it? It's not like he's got a giant R2-D2 limb where he can plug into it and repair it. What the f...
Hostile contacts. Inbound.
Looks like a mix of airborne and enemy armor, Commander.
Yeah, no duh. That's what they've been saying the entire time. Tell me there's a mech and you'll gain my interest.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Come on.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay.
Push him back. Nice shooting. There's a repair bay we can use. First, you need to cycle off the second turret generator. Okay, I'm on it.
Multiple hostiles converging on your location, Commander. I'm picking up 10, 12 bogies this time.
I told you, these guys never quit. Stay on them.
Also, it's like, with how easily I've been damaged here, like... Oh, there he is. Oh. Dang it. Lost tracking.
Keep up the pressure.
Oh, shut up. Man, why are they wasting... Dang it. Dang it. Ugh.
I will avenge my lance mates.
Oh, that has got to be one of the cringiest wannabe, like, passionate, vengeance-seeking voices I've ever heard. It's... oh, gosh. It's sad to say even I can do a better job than that, and I am by no means a professional.
Let's take these bastards down.
Is he in a Jenner? Yeah, that looks like a Jenner. Jenners can be really good mechs. You know what? Actually, I will agree with you on that one, Jake. That actually... seeing those trees get lit on fire does actually... it is satisfying. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Okay, alright.
For all we know, we're all just fighting over some random forgotten city collapsed hundreds of years ago in the early succession wars.
Dang it, I lost line of sight. Wow, oh dang, that tree just came apart. That actually was very satisfying to see. I will admit the animations are pretty good when it comes to things like that.
I'll put C-bills down that it's either destroyed, corrupted, or heavily encrypted.
Okay, that was a nice little tidbit of lore. I actually enjoyed that particular line of dialogue. Okay. Cool. That was awesome.
Target acquired.
Dang it.
New target assassin.
I think not. Where'd she go? Dang it. Oh, there she is. Okay. Come on, focus on me, Cupcake. Her leg's out. I can focus on the other one. Gotta protect my lance mate here. Yeah, let him take her on. Dang it. Missed that shot. Come on, Cupcake, land. Oh! Impact actually had an effect. Don't worry, your buddy will die without you. Ow! Oh, dang! Being hit by a PPC scrambles my sensors for a sec. Good to know. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Okay, alright, running around here. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There you are. Nice! Gotta remember not to do damage to the own objective. Dang. He landed a solid hit there. Dang it. Come on. Come on, come on. Let me around, let me around. I have no jump jets, dang it. Oh, dang, I hit my ally. Is the repair bay?
Just wanted to say thanks for the rescue. Things were getting pretty grim before you showed up. I lost some good friends today. Good pilots. I don't think I could have held out much longer myself if you hadn't dropped in. I appreciate it.
I'm glad we were able to help. Just wish we'd gotten here sooner.
Me too.
You know, we could always use another pilot. One with your skills, me come in awful handy. What do you think?
After today? Hell, it'd be an honor to serve with you, Commander.
Then consider it done. Welcome aboard.
Okay, I actually liked all of that. Like, it wasn't the best acting or dialogue I've ever heard or seen, but it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed that. And I don't really have any nitpicking to do there. That was genuinely pretty good. I don't like how my reputation is going up so completely all across the board. Like, that bothers me. Like, really? I'm an unknown who just went to a dig site and saved the dig site. For the company that is at said dig site, that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. But for the whole galaxy, really? All of a sudden, I'm in... People like, oh yeah, it's kind of an unfamiliar name, but I kind of know that. Really? No. Overall, the galaxy, they maybe here or there will be some people who heard, hey, there's this guy who came in the last second and helped these mercs hold off against a crazy religious group trying to take over a Star League dig site, whatever. Yeah, that would have been a big deal. But the whole galaxy, suddenly you're starting to... no. Anyway, you got close. Yeah, I kind of ran point-blank range there, didn't I? Speaking of dialogue, have you heard of the new ones for Vermintide 2 that came in with Carillion Sisters of the Thorn class? I have not. I have not. Are they any good? Are they good? That'd be interesting to find out. I'll grab an AC5 and an LRM 10. Like, no, well, yeah, I'll grab one. Then let's grab some jump jets. Oh, LRM ammo. Oh, I actually have to be grabbing ammo. Oh. Ammo is not limitless. That's good to know. I thought it was. Alright, LRM ammo, because I've been burning through that pretty steadily. And I'll go ahead and grab another jump jet, just in case there's a mech that would go well on. And yeah. Oh, Griffin! Oh, let's actually... I didn't know the Griffin got salvaged. Let's drop all this. That Griffin's in bad shape. Wait, 18? 18? The mech's barely there, and it still costs 18 shares? Who wrote this? If it's that badly damaged, if it's that horribly mauled, it shouldn't cost that much. I get that it's a mech chassis still, and that it's going to cost a lot. Like, probably more like 10 shares, or 8 to 10 shares. It's going to be a whole lot more than anything else right out the gates. But the mech is barely in, like, there's a few segments intact. That mech is going to cost so much to build up. Though, to be fair, there are like jump jets, LRM-10 jump jets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 intact components. But the most valuable thing that was even on the mech, the PPC, is gone. So if anything, this mech should be dirt cheap. Like maybe 10 at most. Freaking nah. How about no Darktide till spring of 2022? Oh, it got pushed off that far? Considering the state it looked to be in, James, I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that because I did not like the look of the game when I saw it. So I'm actually... A pushback like that, I have no problem with. And that's only a year off. I thought that was 2 years, and I'm like, no, we're not still in 2020. We're in 2021. Which is arguably just as bad as 2020. Because people are still stupid. Okay, I only took... Oh yeah, there was a repair bay there I was able to quickly go into and repair myself before we faced off with those enemy mechs. So that minimized the sheer amount of stuff. That's not bad. That was some fight, Commander. And I see you also managed to pick us up a new pilot. Nice work. Having another pilot aboard will certainly help our cause. He's a bit worse for the wear at the moment, but that's not surprising, especially considering that he's been through. Don't worry though, I'll make sure he gets settled in. As for the dig site, it's been secured and the newly arrived reinforcements should ensure its continued protection. When you've had a chance to clean up, come see me on the bridge. We need to talk about the future. That's what you always say. Alright. Lieutenant Leon Freeman. Cool. Alright. Whoa, wait. Yeah, I'm fine with it being delayed too, as long as they actually make it better. Jake, some of the new Vermintide 2 dialogue, I would say, is very good, I think. I will have to give that a new look-see. If my graphics card was better, I would definitely stream it. But unfortunately, my graphics card is my computer's Achilles heel right now. However, I will say this right now, Jake. I actually have a job right now which has an internal bid system which is not bad. Not bad at all. And by internal bid system, I mean that they can give me discounts on certain items. And potentially, one of those items could be a graphics card. Like, I can put in requests into the system, and if they find it as an item that they could potentially sell to me, they put it up on this bid system that unfortunately a lot of other people can see as well. But it's at a potentially up to 40% discount. In other words, graphics cards will sell well for $1,000. I could see it for somewhere near $600 or so through my work's discount. And if I could bid really high on it, but then that would just be at market value. So I would honestly probably bid decently conservatively on it. And if someone else decided to bid a bunch higher or whatever, or bid any higher at all, and they got it, okay, fine, but I can keep making requests into the system. So I might actually be able to get a much better graphics card soon, which I'm very excited about. Anyway, let me see. Yes, some of the new Vermintide. Okay. James says, I don't think they will make it any better. That frightens... Why would they delay it by an entire year, James? What is the point of delaying it by an entire year if they're not going to make it any better? I don't get it. Oh, I'm getting a migraine. I just realized that. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a migraine. Look at Cyberpunk after 2 years of being pushed back. Okay, alright, let's face it. When it comes to Cyberpunk, let's face it. Cyberpunk is legendary among screw-ups. And they bit off a whale more than they could chew. They promised so many things that were not there when they said the product was ready. Like, they said it was ready a year before they actually released it. They said it went gold, but they're just doing fine-tuning and whatnot. A year later, it's in a horrible state. Darktide is not nearly on that scale. And what's more is, they already have a platform to work off of. Vermintide, which is very similar. Yes, the two will be extremely different. Darktide is going to heavily emphasize shooting over melee. Yeah, melee is still going to be a strong component of the game, but it won't be nearly as emphasized. I mean, well, shooting is going to spike in importance in Darktide. So yes, there will be huge changes. But I think they already have a good platform to work off of. I think if they're smart about it, they can heavily improve it. I want to see a good storyline, but more than anything, I want it to be dark and gritty. The new trailer made it look like anything but dark and gritty. If anything, it made it seem like, oh yeah, we're veterans, we know what we're doing. This is just so easy. We're completely surrounded, but this is a cakewalk. That was the vibe I got from the new trailer, and to be honest, it made me feel kind of sick. I was just like, ew. Compared to the first trailer, which made me feel really, really good. Like, oh, this is dark. I don't see how they're going to get through this. This is nitty gritty. This is like bite your teeth. Like, yeah, I can believe it. I was thrilled with the first trailer. It gave me all the positive vibes that the second trailer completely robbed me of. How could they have done that differently with the new Darktide trailer? I get that they don't want it just to be vanilla, like they're a bunch of veteran guardsmen or whatever. I get that. I'm 100% okay with that. Zero problems. None. Zero problems with them putting more variants in. A sister of the Munitorium or whatever, Minister, whatever it was. The Ogren, there were a couple of veterans there, whatever. That looked fun. Like, cool. However, their approach was, nah, you know, we're not facing any real challenges. And when they did come up against something huge, and even the Ogren, like, looked at it like, whoa, you're bigger than me. One, the thing looked stupid. Like, it didn't look scary to me. It was gross looking. But I was like, just keep your distance and shoot at it. I was like, and you'll be fine. It inspired zero threat level in me to see that creature at the very end. And it was supposed to be the finale thing. Their cinematics were horribly failing in that regard. The gameplay itself also inspired nothing in me. When I watched it, it looked kind of cool at moments, but for the most part, I was just like, I don't see the meat grind. Like, I would almost rather play Left 4 Dead, old as a game as that is, than that. It inspired nothing in me. And I'm not saying that them doing a bad job on the trailer is bad. A lot of people disliked my review of that trailer because they didn't watch it to the end. They jumped to conclusions and thought that I was just nitpicking the trailer for the sake of nitpicking. No, I was trying to point out, if anything, to Fat Shark that their approach was terrible, but that would have no impact on the game because it was mostly a cinematic trailer. Holy terror, I can really go off on a tangent. But anyway, yeah, I'm personally I think they could probably do a good job on Darktide, gameplay-wise. I think they can. What I saw didn't inspire me at all, but I think they can do a good job. And I think comparing it to Cyberpunk isn't fair, because Cyberpunk is massive, was a massive project. CD Projekt Red and Fat Shark are not related in any way, as far as I know. And they're not being led by the same people or funded by the same people or sponsored by the same people, whatever it is. They're separate altogether, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe they're completely separate. And CD Projekt Red deceived people, lied to people, burnt up all their goodwill to put out a horribly incomplete project that was an absolute mess. And they did not. They hid the negativity of the negative aspects of the game. They did not allow any of the people reviewing it to show their footage, and especially not on console. On console, they hid it all, and they made bank. The refunds were through the roof on Cyberpunk. They still made bank, and the corporate ran away with massive amounts of money. I no longer trust CD Projekt Red at all. Like, all goodwill is gone with them. But Fat Shark, I will give them a modicum of trust, a small amount. I will not tell anyone to pre-order the game. In fact, I will tell people never pre-order unless you're going to review the game for others. Let's say among your group of friends, you know, they trust you to go and review the game. Or like me, you're reviewing the game for hopefully a wider audience. Don't pre-order the game unless it's under those circumstances. Because the more people pre-order, the more it encourages companies to do scummy things like that. Where if nobody pre-orders, it forces the company to do better. To do a better job, because otherwise they don't get any money at all. Now, I know the normies will always pre-order and blah, 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 for fear of missing out for all the goodies. Like, oh, get this goodie and get that goodie and this and blah, 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 blah. And when you pre-order, fine, okay. Like, yes, I know that will always be the case with the normies. But I hope eventually even a wider population of the gamers will get wise and realize we need to pay attention to reviewers. We need to stop pre-ordering. Yes, we'll miss out on some of the pre-order bonuses and goodies and whatnot. That's fine, because these AAA companies or quadruple A that are charging more, which is obscene. I do not in any way, shape, or form believe that the market is forcing these companies to charge more. That's bullcrap. If anything, technology has made it so they have to spend less and less. The only reason why they have to charge more is to satisfy their shareholders and the pockets of their corporate CEOs and crap. Moving on from that, sorry, a little bit of a tangent there. This whole thing is technically a tangent. I was originally playing Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries. Whatever, moving on. Just, Darktide, I think, can be good gameplay-wise. I'm worried about any potential story. Fat Shark have shown that they can be really, really good at making stories, but will they make it grimdark is my concern. Because countless companies have utterly failed at making things grimdark lately. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks when they fail to do that, because there are so many examples of how to do grimdark properly. Diablo 2 nailed it. It's such an old game. It's like, why can't you just take a few pointers from such an old game? Sorry, I apologize for the extremely long tangent that went off. Anyway, let me go ahead and get back to the chat really quick. James, plus if Back for Blood is any good, the only people that will play Darktide is hardcore 40k fans. I do not agree with that based off of anybody who actually gives a crap, like who has played Vermintide and really wants a but a shooter game that's like Vermintide. There's an equipment system. There's an actual real-life equipment system in Vermintide, and that will go on to Darktide. And that's a huge bonus. I get that there will be those people who are like, I'm not into that. I liked the Left 4 Dead series, and I'm okay with just having standard guns and whatnot, blah, blah. But there is a huge market for people who want to customize their weapons, who want to get a different scope, change out the barrels, things like that, who just want to upgrade their weapon and fine-tune it to their specific playstyle. I absolutely think that Darktide can really corner the market on that if they can advertise it properly. In other words, their last trailer really failed utterly to properly advertise that, and I really think they need to step up their game in that regard and truly be like, this is our equipment system. This is the way you can customize your different weapons. These are the different, pieces of equipment that you can swap out to really fine-tune them and whatnot, and give you the edge that you need that matches your specific playstyle, etc. Like, that would be amazing. I think people would love that. Absolutely love that. And that's something that, as far as I know, Back 4 Blood does not have. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time I checked, Back 4 Blood hasn't even thought about that. However, it's been almost a year since I think those trailers came out, and since I last really paid attention to the news, so I could be completely wrong there. I could be 100% wrong. But as far as I know, that's the case. But anyway, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see, James. So they are losing a chance to get non-40k people. Potentially, yes. They are potentially losing a chance to get non-40k people. If Back 4 Blood releases first, there will be a part of the market that goes to Back 4 Blood. However, if they space it right, and they let people get used to Back 4 Blood, blah, blah, and, you know, let that wane a little bit because people have plenty of time and the market starts going down a little bit, and then they start advertising what they have that Back 4 Blood doesn't. In other words, their loot system, their equipment system, and they start really hardcore advertising that and, you know, making proper trailers that actually look grim, dark, nitty-gritty, like you're down in the muck, you're like, how are they going to get through this, which is what that genre is all about. That's what Left 4 Dead did really well. Back 4 Blood did it okay. I won't say Back 4 Blood's trailer was nearly as good as in the, like, are we going to survive this, as the original Left 4 Dead trailers were, especially the first one. But it kind of got that vibe, but I didn't like it nearly as I did the original Left 4 Dead ones when I first watched them. Back when, you know, before older graphics were, like, before graphics were updated and people focused on that so much. Moving on. Anyway, yeah, I genuinely believe that if Fat Shark is really smart about this, Dark Tide could blow Back 4 Blood out of the water. But they've got to be smart about this. If they fail here, if they trip at the finish line, they will absolutely fail. Anyway, the prices are starting to come down on graphics cards because of the crackdown on mining. So you might get one at a good price retail anyway soon. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. And if it is running off the Vermintide engine and they are reusing so many assets, why do they need another year? It's probably been in development. Oh. Another nuclear launch.
Nuclear launch detected.
It's probably been in development since Vermintide 2 came out. That is thoroughly possible. Will not deny that. Jake, let's hope Dark Tide doesn't come out like a half-baked mess, even after being delayed. Yes. I have no reason to currently believe that. I have seen no indication of that so far, Jake. But we'll see. James, yeah, I pre-ordered Diablo 2 Resurrection. LOL. I'm a normie. Well, at least you're self-aware enough to admit that, James. I also know I would buy it 100% anyway, just like Warcraft 3 Reforged. Yeah, but if you had a horrible experience, like a lot of other people did with Warcraft 3 Reforged, I think even being the normie that you are, James, I think your experience would be different. I think you would genuinely think twice before pre-ordering Diablo 2. But I think because you had such an easy time with Warcraft 3 Reforged that it worked so well for you, and you were looking at everyone else complaining, going, "What's your problem?" I think that plays into a huge deal of why you are so casual about going into pre-ordering Diablo 2 Resurrected. And mind you, I will be pre-ordering it, but I'll also be streaming it. Letting people know, like, hey, you know, this is my review of it, these are my thoughts, this is how it plays on my machine, which is not the best machine out there, etc. So, you know, letting people get a feel for it off of my opinion as a mix between countless others out there. Anyway, I still would have got it. It's Diablo 2. So you wouldn't have had any hesitation? Because I still haven't gotten Warcraft 3 Reforged. I still haven't. And I love Warcraft 3. That doesn't mean I want to give Blizzard more money for what was a horrible project. I won't give a company money they don't deserve. Just because they redid the graphics. Especially if they did a horrible job, if they messed up on the gameplay, if they screwed things up massively, if the game became worse, arguably much worse, I wouldn't give them my money. Heck Heck no! I don't care that they upgraded the graphics and all these other things. I'm like, yeah, I know it's a name brand. I know it's my childhood come back to life. I know that. That doesn't mean I'm going to give them money for the fancier, newer looking one if it runs horribly. And if you would blindly buy it and then you find out it's a piece of unplayable crap that you can barely play at all, and you would still be like, no regrets, I'm glad I got this, I would genuinely be, I'm sorry, I would just be like, yeah, you can barely play it. Like, it's constantly crashing on you, it's a piece of trash. Playing the original Diablo 2 is 1,000 times better. I would genuinely at that point just be questioning your sanity. Just like, blindly throw, they redo the graphics, you just blindly throw money out. That's just my opinion. But yeah, we are different. But also, it's done by a different studio, not the in-house team that did Warcraft. Okay, all right. That actually is, that's a positive note. I will absolutely agree with that. That's a very positive note. For a lot of people, it had a lot of issues that made it very difficult to play, though. It was playable for all intents and purposes, but a lot of people were like, this is next to unplayable. And I genuinely thought you lucked out on that one. But you are right. It is a different team that is working on Diablo 2 Resurrected, so there's a better chance of it actually working out. Anyways, though, yeah. I don't know. Are you serious, James? What if Warcraft 3 had been completely unplayable? I'm just talking hypothetical. If it was a royal piece of trash, just like Cyberpunk, and it was crashing on people half the time, and it was just like absolute garbage. And what if it was the same team that turned around and was working on Diablo 2? Would you really blindly just pre-order it? Especially if Warcraft 3 hadn't been made playable yet. Like, okay, it was made playable, but it still had a crap ton of glitches and whatnot. Would you really just turn around and pre-order it? Because I would genuinely be surprised if you would. I mean, just thinking critically here, just like backing off away from the nostalgia of what the game is and just being like, if Warcraft 3 had been a hot mess and still to this day was, and it was the same team, would you really just automatically pre-order it? Warcraft 3 original anymore without the same issues as they combine the clients. What? Warcraft 3 original anymore without the same issues as they combine the client. I'm sorry, James, I did not understand what you said there. Warcraft 3 original anymore. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying there. Anyway, I probably still would have. Yeah, Diablo 2 is like top 2 game for me. Yeah, so play the original. If like you're worried, like with me, that the Resurrected could potentially turn out into a hot piece of trash, if, you know, especially if Warcraft 3 was still that way, it's like, yeah, Diablo 2, the original game, amazing. Keep playing that. It's a load of fun. If they're going to make the... So, just pure curiosity. If they looked you in the eye, James, and they were just all like, hey, get this update to the game and pay $5 for it. And they're steadily making the game worse with every update. And you have to pay for the next big updates. And each one keeps making the game worse. How many times would you, like, you know, new expansion or whatever, and it makes the game worse every single time, and then they slowly fix the bugs and whatnot? How often would you pay for those expansions, for those updates to the game and whatnot, before you were like, yeah, I'm not going to continually pay for you just to make my game worse? I'm just curious. It's like, where would you draw the line where you're like, okay, you have to start proving to me that you're worth my time and money. Like, I'm no longer going to pre-order. Like, prove to me you're worth it. Just wondering. You can't even play Warcraft 3 Original anymore without the same issues. I know, as they combined the client, and I still don't think it was the team's fault. I've no idea. Anyway, yeah, I was aware that they had done that, and I thought that was jacked up. I absolutely thought that that was jacked up. That you can't even play the original anymore. They screwed you. They're like, might as well buy the enhanced version now since both have the same issues. In other words, they wouldn't even let those play on the old game unless you sail the high seas and pirate it. If you pirate an old version and just play that as disc, you won't be able to play online unless you can figure out how to swing that. I personally wouldn't know how. Then yeah, you'd get to play it. But otherwise, I'm just like, no. Anyway, though, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go off to get a shower. I'll be back if you guys are still here. I'm about to actually hop off myself, Jake. It's like 1:18. Frag! Jake? Dang, you're up late. Dang. I myself, though, am going to have to hop off. I need to go get some grub and whatnot, and I think my wife's going to be home soon. So, yeah. If I can get the time, I will hop on again tomorrow to at least put a couple more hours into this game. But this game was honestly hard to play. I will absolutely admit that. This game, the storyline is cringy at... Okay, not at best. There are moments where the storyline is actually okay. But that's literally where it gets to. Okay. This is like indie game where they didn't even put in that much money into it. And it's like, alright... but not horrible. But its most horrible spots, terrible. Anyway, though, alright, I'm going to go ahead and hop off now. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was... talking to you guys was definitely the highlight of this stream. It really, really was. Thanks for joining in on my pain. Thanks, James, for the tips and playing the game. That actually was helpful. And, yeah, thanks, Jake, for tuning in. Give me somebody to talk to and cringe at the pain with. Anyway, y'all are absolutely awesome. Gonna go ahead and hop off now.